All right, Kia. First of all, great to meet you. Congrats on your role with the Bullfinch Group, but I should say congrats to what you're holding right now in your hands.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Isaiah's
This is
3 months.
Isaiah. Say hi.
Maybe he'll be a future broadcaster. Who knows?
Maybe.
But, I'm really happy for your role at Bullfinch Group. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I am a financial representative with the Bullfinch Group. So that basically means that I am responsible for having my own clients. I'm basically my own business, in the sense that the Bullfinch Group is my employer, but I work for myself, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And I really focus on highlighting and giving education about financial literacy. I think it's really important for people of all ages and all backgrounds to be able to understand what it means to be financially whole, as I say, financially fit, from my athletic background. And it really brings me a sense of purpose to be able to create that space where people can feel comfortable asking the quote unquote stupid questions, and really leaving my office understanding more about what's going on in their financial world.
No, this is great because things like this, things like eating are things that we need help on, right? We're not great at those things for some reason.
Yeah, and so that's what I think about. Even if you think about food in terms of finances, everything relates back to finances, right? So sure. Especially COVID, some people were able to save a huge amount of money and other people saw more money leaving than going, especially if they had kids, because you think about how much more money you need to put towards food because everybody's at home 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, my husband and I realized that as well, having the kids here and cooking all the time. We'd go shopping and think we'd be good for 2 weeks, and then 4 days goes by and we're like, we don't have any more food left.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But little things like that, it's so important to understand where your money is going and how to really understand maximizing it so that you don't, come into a situation where you're short.
So you made an athletic reference, but I know you have a lot of passion for basketball.
I do, yes. I played at FSU 4 years, was a 2-year captain, 1,000-point scorer, and I loved my experience there the whole time. That's actually, bless you. That's actually the reason why I went to Framingham State. The coach there at the time, Trisha O'Brien, recruited me. And of all the other schools that I spoke to, she was the coach that was the most honest and open and really did a good job of making me feel welcome. And I don't regret my decision at all. I think it was probably, the best college experience I could have had. I made great friends on the team. And although we didn't start out the most successful, I like to believe that our class was the turning point for building the programs. By the time we left, we had broken a few records, and then the next couple of years, my remaining teammates were able to get to the championship and eventually win championships. And now with Walter there, they're having a lot of success as well. So I like to, think that I had a part of that in some way, shape, or form.
No doubt. It's, the slogan or the title of this is called fRAMily Features, and it really is a family and a fRAMily at Framingham State. They've really lived up to that slogan.
Absolutely. And it's funny, as students and even my teammates and friends that I still keep up with, that was what we used to call each other while we were there, and still now, fam all the time, Yeah. And so it's nice to see that it's caught on in all different types of departments, and even something like this where that's really how we're using the word to be able to relate to each other.
Now, you had a dual degree at Framingham State. What was that like, trying to navigate that in basketball?
It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. My thought process was I always wanted to do something in the sciences. Yeah, exactly. I always wanted to do something along the lines of psychology. And because I wanted to do elementary education, the way the classes were offered, and with my basketball schedule, I wasn't able to say psychology. So they said that the next best thing would have been sociology. So there were a few times that we had to do some serious maneuvering with my schedule to be able to graduate on time and get the classes I need. Actually, the advisor at CASA at the time, Joe, I know he's not there. I don't think he's there anymore. But he literally saved me every semester, every year. We'd go over my schedule, make sure I had all my requirements. And if I had messed something up or signed up for the wrong thing, he immediately helped me change it. And if it wasn't for him, I definitely wouldn't have graduated on time, because was literally no way to know which classes to take at the right time with everything else I was doing. So shout out to Joe.
Yeah. So for incoming students that are athletes, it is a lot on their plate, but from hearing what you said, it really prepared you for the real world, because you're working right away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think sports in general, no matter what age you play them, they always say there are a lot of transferable skills to real life. But the deeper you go and the higher level of competition you compete in, there's no way to not gain valuable knowledge from all of the lessons I feel like you don't even really know that you're learning lessons while it's happening until you are in the real world and see things move and change and be able to kind of go with the flow, where other people that may not have been athletes struggle with that. Even,
Sure.
Something as simple as teamwork, being able to kind of just get thrown in and work with people and figure out how to fit and what to fit. I think that that's something that helped me in every aspect, especially going from coaching basketball to now transitioning into a financial advisor role. I know for sure if I didn't have my athletic background and even my coaching background, it would be a much harder transition.
What advice would you have for someone that's thinking about going to Framingham State, why they should go?
I think Framingham has always had a robust sports lifestyle, and not just for athletes, but I think the athletes really do bring a special flair to the campus. And I think we were able to bring people together and, have fans at our games and start to really bridge the gap between athletes and non-athletes. And even if you're not an athlete, I think just the availability of classes and the relatability with the staff and faculty, it's unmatched. I think, like I said, if I didn't have the right people in my corner while I was there, I would have definitely had to at least add another semester, if not another year. So I think that speaks really highly to the availability of the staff and faculty.
That's great, Kia. Thank you so much. We wish you the best.
Thank you.
Bye, Isaiah.